11th Bhagwan, why is it difficult for some people to be hypnotized? Is it because we do not trust the person who is doing it to us? Or are we not as receptive as those who can be?
There are many reasons possible. The most important is if the person's intelligence quotient is very low, he will not be able to understand what is hypnosis and what he is supposed to do. Idiots cannot be hypnotized. It is something to be remembered that animals can be hypnotized, but idiots cannot be hypnotized. Because animals may not have our kind of intelligence, but they have their kind of intelligence. They are not idiots. The idiot is one whose mind has not grown at all, who is zero. He cannot understand what is being said. Where it is going to lead him, and why he should do it. Intelligent conversion is impossible. The idiot looks like man, but inside he is far back. Than even the animals. So first, the idiot cannot be hypnotized. Second, the man who is always suspicious of everything, who has an ingrained suspicion, cannot be hypnotized. His suspicion will not allow him to go with the hypnotist. Thirdly, the people who think they are intellectuals, full of borrowed knowledge, but don't have any intelligence of their own. Cannot be hypnotized because they have an idea that intellectuals cannot be hypnotized. and they are intellectuals. And finally and basically, a man who cannot trust, and it needs total trust, because you are going in darkness, unknown, and you don't know what are the intentions of the man. And you don't know what he can make you to do while you are in hypnosis. Once I was in Bombay, staying with a very rich family, and they insisted to me that you are always working, involved with people, meetings, committees. This evening you keep free. We are going to invite a great hypnotist, and he is going to show us few tricks of hypnotism. You will enjoy it. Not for entertainment, but just to see what kind of person is this great hypnotist. I remained. They had in their house itself a small auditorium. They have invited their rich friends, so there were at least 200 people. And the hypnotist called 5 people. Anybody can come. 5 people went up. He hypnotized them and then told them that just in front of you, cows are standing. Now start milking them. And they immediately set the Indian way and started milking the cows. There were no cows. And people were laughing and enjoying. But the hypnotized person cannot hear anybody. Things like this he did. After the show, he was introduced to me. I told him that you stop this nonsense. Hypnotism is condemned because of people like you. Now the people who have seen how you befooled the ones who had come to be hypnotized, will never be able to be hypnotized. They have lost trust. You will make a laughing stock of them. You are not doing any service to the science of hypnosis. You are an enemy. You find out some other job. You don't see the simple point that 200 people are seeing you befooling 5 persons. Now these people will carry this idea in their mind. So all the intellectuals all over the world have this idea that intellectuals cannot be hypnotized. But the real reason is because they cannot trust. Trust needs a man of heart, of feelings, not of thoughts. And all these people who are using hypnotism as an entertainment should be stopped by Allah. It is crime. They are spoiling a tremendously valuable science. Only a master should be allowed, and that too he can hypnotize only his own disciples, and not to make a mockery of it, but to increase the consciousness of the disciples, to increase the intelligence of the disciples, to change their wrong habits, to make them more integrated, more consolidated, to give them more courage and stamina. And when other students, other disciples will see that hypnotism can be a blessing, the same man who was so much afraid has lost all fear. Even the fear of death. The same man who was always miserable has lost his misery and is always in a state of joy. More trust will be created. More and more people will be ready to be hypnotized. That readiness, that trust that receptivity is missing. Because for centuries, hypnotism has been misused. People like magicians, showmen, entertainers, wrong kind of people has made hypnosis condemned. It can become such a great benediction to humanity. You need trust, you need receptivity, you need intelligence to go into it. And all these things will be strengthened when you attain to new dimensions, new talents, new genius. And then you will be more able to go into it back. And soon everybody who has been hypnotized by a loving, compassionate master who cannot harm you, who cannot imagine to hurt you, after few sessions of being hypnotized, he will start a new phase, self-hypnosis. In deep hypnotic states, he will tell you that now you are capable to hypnotize yourself. You don't need me. You don't need anyone else. So he is not going to use hypnosis as creating a spiritual slavery. He will use it as giving you more spiritual freedom than you ever had before. And the day you can self-hypnotize yourself, is a great day of something valuable achieved. Then you can do miracles with it upon yourself. You can change things that you have always been trying to change. But the more you try to change them, the more it becomes difficult. I used to stay in Calcutta with an old man, Sohanlal Dugar. He was famous all over India as the greatest gambler. He never paid a single cent to the government as taxation because he never kept any books. I was surprised at how he maintains all his businesses, gamblings, of millions, how he keeps the accounts. And when I stayed in his house, I asked him, he took me to his bathroom. All over his bathroom were his books on the walls. So no income tax officer can conceive that on his walls in the bathroom he is keeping all the accounts of different countries, of different people, where, in which bank, what number, telephone numbers, everything. He said, this is my account office. And even in his bathroom he had 6 telephones. Continuously on the phone, 2 phones always in his hands. You could not talk with him easily, it was so difficult. He told me that he belongs to a certain religion which values celibacy as the greatest spiritual thing. He has taken the vow of celibacy 3 times. One man was with me. He was very much impressed. And when Sohanlal had gone for some work inside the house, he said, this is a great man, 3 times. I said, you are an idiot. When he is saying 3 times go for celibacy, that simply means 4th time he never took it. He understood that it is impossible. He said, but I never thought about it. I simply thought 3 times. Sohanlal came back. I asked him what happened about 4th time. He said, I could not gather the courage. Because 3 times I failed. And each time I became more guilty. Ashamed of myself. And I am old. He was at that time 70 years. In the first place, to stand up in the congregation and take the vow for celibacy, people laugh when they see the 70-year-old, and that too 4th time. I said, there is no need. Your religion and your religious leaders don't know. Celibacy is possible without repression, and at such a stage I will not call it a crime, but it has to be done through self-hypnosis. There is no need for any vow to be taken. He was immensely excited. He said, do whatever, but I want to be celibate before I die, because this is the only thing in which I have failed in my life. I have never failed in anything. He gave millions of dollars to the freedom movement. So all the leaders who became prime minister and president and cabinet ministers looked at him as a father figure. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the Prime Minister, asked him that it was okay not to give taxes to the British government, but now it is your own government. He said, remember, it does not matter to me which government. I can donate. Twice the amount that you think I should pay in taxation. But taxation, that I cannot do. And you cannot catch hold of me, because I don't have any books. Except me, nobody knows how much money I have, how much money is invested, where it is invested, how it is invested. I don't have even a secretary. So never ask for taxation. You can always ask for a donation. If your government needs donation, I am ready, yes. I have been giving to you when you were fighting for freedom. I can give you now when your government needs it. And he never gave even to the independent Indian government any tax. He said, I have my own principles. I am nobody's servant. But about this celibacy, there is a wound in me. 3 times I have failed. And I don't want to die a failure about one thing. And he was a man of rare courage. I have seen people of different kinds, but I have never found any man of that courage. When he had met me first in Jaipur, that was his hometown, listening to me, he came, touched my feet and gave me 10,000 rupees. I said, I don't need rupees because I'm simply traveling alone and my friends can take care of my expenses, traveling, food, staying. There is no need. And tears came to his eyes and he said, don't refuse, don't hurt me. Because I am a poor man, I don't have anything that I can give to you. I have only money. You can't find a more poor man than me. Just money and nothing else. So when somebody refuses money, he is refusing me because I don't have anything else. Don't refuse. If you want to throw them, you can throw them. Once I have given to you, it is none of my concern. I gave that money to the institution that was organizing my lectures in Jaipur. And from that day he was very old. He became very friendly to me and he said, I have my houses in all the big cities of India. So wherever you go, you stay in my house. And just inform me, so I will be there. He has beautiful mansions everywhere. Bombay, Hyderabad, Madras, Shimla, Calcutta. He said, I have earned enough. Just this celibacy is heavy on me. I said, that's a very simple matter. At this age, it is perfectly right. I hypnotized him 2-3 times while I was with him, and then I gave him a post-hypnotic suggestion that now you will be able to hypnotize yourself. And once that post-hypnotic suggestion is given, the person becomes able to hypnotize himself. Any strategy can be used. Count from 1 to 7 or 1 to 10. And tell to yourself that I will be back within 10 minutes. Never forget that. Because otherwise there is nobody to wake you up. You will not die, but you may have almost the same period in hypnosis as in sleep, 6 to 8 hours. If you have time, then there is no need to say that, because the hypnotic sleep has a totally different beauty. It is so soft, so silent. It is as if you are no more. and suddenly you come back. And before going into hypnosis, repeat 3 times that I want to remain celibate. And that's enough. After 6 months, I met him again in Madras and I asked him, what about celibacy? He said, this is a wonder. Without any vow, without going to a spiritual head, confessing, it has simply disappeared. I simply wonder why sex was so dominant on me. I don't even remember about it. You will be surprised to know that in hypnosis even operations can be done without any anesthesia. Big operations, dangerous operations can be done. It is an unexplored science, unnecessarily condemned by a few idiots who have been making an entertainment of it. Trust is the foundation to begin with. You can start even yourself. But the problem is you don't trust yourself. Otherwise there is no problem. There is no need for anybody else to hypnotize you. You can hypnotize yourself. But that is the difficulty. Nobody trusts himself because you know yourself. You know how deceptive you are. You know how cunning you are. You know you say one thing and you don't mean it. You know that you decide that tomorrow morning you will get early. And when you are deciding it, even at that time you know that it is not going to happen. So you cannot trust yourself, that is the problem. That's why somebody else's help is needed. Somebody you can trust. Somebody you can leave yourself in his hands without any fear. And the person who hypnotizes you, if he really loves you, would like you to get into self-hypnosis as soon as possible. Because then you are totally free and you can do whatever you want to do with it. If you want to stop smoking, you can do it so easily. If you want to change anything in you which you think is impossible, you can give it a try. Nothing is impossible. You have decided many times to change this, to change that, but you have always failed because the decision remains in the conscious and the action comes from the unconscious. They don't meet. The unconscious never hears anything what conscious is deciding. And the conscious cannot control the unconscious. The unconscious is so vast. The secret of hypnosis is that it takes you to the unconscious. And you can put the seed of anything in the unconscious and it will come to grow, to blossoming. The blossoming will happen in the conscious, but the roots will remain in the unconscious. As far as I am concerned, hypnosis is going to be one of the most significant parts of the mystery school. Such a simple method which only demands a little trust, a little innocence. But can bring miraculous changes in your life. And not in ordinary things only. Slowly it can become the path of your meditation. You meditate, but you don't succeed. You don't succeed in watching. You get mixed with thoughts. You forget watching. You remember later on that I was to watch, but I'm thinking. Hypnosis can help you, can make the watcher separate and the thoughts separate. For the spiritual growth, I don't think there is anything more important than hypnosis.